gonna have a late stream tomorrow, by the way, just in case you missed my stream yesterday where I did announce this. Rule 1 against Complexity, 3v3. If you're watching this on video, it's probably already happened. Nwpo versus Drali in the meantime. 1v1, best of 5, 2 of the most mechanical players in the world, and 2 of the hottest prospects for the upcoming RLCS season. Well, I say upcoming, the next RLCS season, since we're still actually in the current one. Yeah, Drali getting back into the swing of things in 1v1, up against it today, versus the in-form Nwpo, who's faked once, twice, and scores inside 8 seconds. Ebai has 2.3 million viewers. What? That's actually insane. What's he doing? Is he like sold out the new camp again? It's actually crazy thinking back to RLCS Season 8. Ebai was doing the stage announcements at that LAN. I remember, briefly meeting him. He just kept to himself for the most part, took a bunch of naps in the green room, and yeah, did the announcements for all of the teams as they came on stage. Very cool. Now, he's gone on to pretty much what you would call passion projects. That was the peak, obviously, for him when he was announcing RLCS Season 8 teams. It's all downhill from there for anyone, so you can't really blame him. Now he's, only interviewing people like Lionel Messi and, like I said, selling out the new camp. Nothing too crazy. So, Drali being tested here. Nwpo with a little bit of better boost management, puts in a second goal. And yeah, Nwpo these days has very few rivals on the 1v1 pitch. After destroying TRK, I think he pretty much swapped himself into the top 5 in terms of rankings for most people. We have to put in the usual suspects, the Rawas, Zen, Daniel, Moxie, top 4, but the 5th player in the top 5 is sort of interchangeable recently. And I think Nwpo is the guy with the best shout at it recently. He beat TRK, beat Moxie, and yeah, he looked very, very, very good while doing it. And here comes the best chance of the game yet for Drali, and he slots it over the top in Nwpo's early challenge. Good awareness here by Drali to see Nwpo come in. Just a simple ceiling shot for Drali. Well placed past the pre-jumping Nwpo. Who is the bigger prospect, Zen or Scrub? Well, it depends. I mean, Scrub was obviously a prospect for years, because when Scrubkiller was 12 years old, he was already in the conversation for best player in the world. And that might sound crazy if you weren't around at the time to watch that, or to watch Rocket League back then. But genuinely, Scrubkiller was in the conversation for best player in the world at that time. In small weekly tournaments, he would sometimes 1v3, sometimes carry. He was, beating the best teams in Europe, who at the time were considered the best teams in the world. And he had to wait 2.5 years before he could play RLCS. So in terms of long-term hype, Scrubkiller will probably never see an equal, because it was just so unheard of back then. That was before we, came to learn that actually all the best Rocket League players are younger. Younger players who have to learn much faster. Oh, Drali almost getting an equalizer there. Has to dart quickly down the middle of the pitch to defense to stop the counter-attack from Nwpo as well, who's just floating off the ceiling here. Such a controlled ceiling challenge there from Nwpo. Just allowed his car to fall off the ceiling instead of throwing himself into the challenge like he usually does. That really made it difficult for Drali to get the ball past him. Now Nwpo's done just that. 4-2. Aerial control out of this world on the pitch today. Yeah, Scrubkiller had more followers than me before he could even stream, because you can't stream on Twitch till you're 13 years old. When he was 12, he had more followers on Twitch than I did. And he wanted to, excuse me, to play matches on my channel, and he would get more followers than me who's streaming the matches. So yeah, he was very, very hyped back then. But Zen is a different type of hype, I think. I don't think that there's really a comparison between them. Scrubkiller was hyped for a long, long time. Zen is just unprecedented levels of hype. Like, so many pros saying that he's going to be the best player, the next guy to elevate the skill ceiling of the game. So many casters and viewers and fans saying it. Like, I think that is a very unique type of hype that has no comparison as well. I don't think Scrub or Zen either of them have a comparison. And the type of hype they've got was so different. I think that, I would just say the answer is both. They're both the most hyped. Oh, that's a big miss from Nwpo there. That's easily the biggest mistake of the game so far. Drali can tie with a kickoff goal here. Not a lot of power in the shot though. He will get the boost seal off the back of it. Trying to get all the boosts down this side of the field. Picking up big and small. Nwpo forced to retreat. He's going to take the inner circle of boost pads there, knowing the big ones aren't going to respawn just yet. Drali just stole them all. Drali looks like he might have missed his reset there. Perhaps jumping off the ball too early. That gives Nwpo a very easy turnover of possession. Slams the shot straight at Drali, who keeps it out the initial hit, but can't get back to clear it. Nwpo goes ahead by 2 again. Yeah, kind of an effortless pinch there just a few seconds ago, maybe just about half a minute ago by Nwpo. I love when players can pinch accurately, quickly, and also recover at the same time. Drali's hit the post here. It's not going to bounce too kindly for him, but he does well to read it. That was a tricky read because it could be going completely across the goal. It could be bouncing back a little bit more flat. And Drali was there to cover all options. Nwpo joins Falcons. Who do you think he'll replace? Does that player then join Rule 1? I mean, it still remains to be seen how the rest of the season is going to go. We have to wait and see what happens at the World Championship. I think Falcons and Rule 1 are both still exceptionally good teams. But I think, yeah, the loser between them, and you got to remember Gamers 8 as well is coming up. So I think the loser between Rule 1 and Falcons, between Worlds and Gamers 8, will probably be taking a long, hard look at Nwpo as an individual, who to replace him with. And in answer to your second question, would the replaced player on Falcons immediately join Rule 1? I mean, there's a good chance that would be considered as well. But don't underestimate Mawson. I think he's clearly a very good player for a long time now. He's been one of the only players who could challenge the dominance of Sandrock Gaming back in their time, and now Falcons in the last year. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Not getting a pinch on that one, but you won't need it. Drali running out of boost, running out of time. He has to go for the full pitch air dribble here to have any chance of getting this in time. Wanted the pogo shot, landed too far in front of the ball. Nwpo backed off regardless into a safe position, and all but confirms, in fact does confirm. Just realised now we are 2 goal difference, not 1. Confirms the game 1 victory. Not a bad showing there by Drali. But, you know, a couple of mistakes with his aerial game. Just made it a bit too easy for Nwpo to flex on him. Do we have 3s series today? So depending how fast this series is, we might have time to do something else. I've not planned any other show matches. We might have time to do something else. Now, did you guys see, I don't know if you guys noticed this, or I don't know if you guys heard about this, but I'm pretty sure Powers Fever, Powers, the Australian Rock League team, going to be playing at the Spring Major. Powers player Fever, I believe, leaked every single one of their scrims that they played on the 29th and before, 29th of July and earlier, when they arrived in Boston or in America. I don't know if they're actually in Boston, but so yeah, since they arrived in America to boot camp in preparation for the Spring Major, I'm pretty sure he leaked every single scrim. I spotted this. I was like, huh, that's pretty interesting. I don't think he meant to do that. But yeah, since then he's privatized the replays again. He must have accidentally clicked public or something, or maybe the automatic computers, the settings of his PC had that just happen, unfortunately. But yeah, I didn't waste any time. I went straight away and downloaded the Power versus Vitality replays. I was like, I've got to have these. You know, they're out there, so might as well download them. So he's privatized them, but he wasn't fast enough. We got them, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know. Did you guys hear the result of Power versus Vitality scrims? Because if the replay titles are to be believed, I could tell you guys the result. Type 1 in chat if you know the result of Power vs Vitality scrims. Type 2 if you don't. They were public for they were literally public on ball chasing for like a day. So I don't care about saying this because it's obviously not my fault that they were there. Whoopsie doopsie fever. Lots of 2s. Yeah. So actually, if I'm not mistaken, Power won 5 games out of 8 against Vitality. So obviously Europe sucks. Europe's terrible. OCE is dominant, and yeah, they've been beating everybody. Power's been clapping scrims. So we could, I mean, maybe if this is a 3-0, it doesn't look like it will be actually. Drali's winning this game. But we might be able to watch some more replays if you guys want to do that. Do you guys want to do that? One in chat if that sounds like an interesting thing to do after this. Drali's actually given Nwpo a nice shot here. If you look at what Nwpo's done, looks like just a flip reset, but he actually flies in front of the ball. And you can see he's really boosting up into that bump afterwards. Yeah, basically, long story short, EU's terrible, overrated. They're underestimating all their opponents, so they're actually going to get completely trashed at the Spring Major, because obviously scrims are the only thing that matters. Do you guys remember during the pandemic when BDS scrimmed against NRG, and there was like I swear there was a segment on First Touch about it. They were like, NRG beating BDS in scrims, and actually what happened, I think that BDS won the first scrim 3-2, NRG won the next one 3-0, so like they both won this scrim basically on their home server. But yeah, there was a segment on First Touch about it. They were like, this once again just proves that NA's on top. So I mean, I hope to see a segment on First Touch about power beating Vitality and how that proves that OCE is in fact on top, just so that First Touch can stay consistent over the years. Yeah, scrims are very interesting. Like, okay, jokes aside, I find scrims very interesting because it doesn't really give you a good indication of how teams are going to perform in tournaments. You know, the teams dominating scrims sometimes do well in tournaments, sometimes they don't. Sometimes teams who are dominating scrims are terrible in tournaments, but they do give you a cool look at what players are capable of when there's no pressure, when they're just practicing, chilling out. Well, not chilling out, obviously, they're probably calming. They're not like hard calming under maximum pressure. So yeah, it's obviously fun to watch world-class teams go at it in practice. Something we don't really get to do, something you don't really, it's all very secretive in most sports and esports, so it's cool to have a look when it's there to be seen. So in the meantime, Drali has kept a tidy 1-goal lead here against Nwpo in game 2. A couple times here he's left himself semi-vulnerable to demos, but he has escaped with his life. Nwpo just straight up flick there, no angle needed to generate quite a lot of power. And then the shot likewise, Drali with a good read that it was hitting the post. Nwpo trying to keep the pressure on here. He knows he's got Drali very low in boost. Now he takes the ball pretty efficiently forward. A little bit of boost left over, that's all he needed. Flip reset past Drali, tie game. Yotmer voice chat 1v1s, they were funny. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed the Sunless Cannon Civic voice chat 1v1 myself. We could probably do more of those if you guys enjoy them. Can Drali tie up the series? I think if he can tie up the series, he's got a chance, but reverse sweeping Nwpo seems very difficult in Nwpo's current form. He's just going to have too much confidence to really crumble, even if his opponent does win 1 or 2 against him. Here comes Drali though. Not a lot of boost, but the air dribble's threatening, and he goes with the underdunk and puts it past Nwpo, who defended from the back wall. Nwpo clearly expected Drali to have a bit more boost here. Drali just dropped it under him. Nwpo on the back wall did not get a good hitbox behind the ball. Jack versus Chronic would be pretty funny indeed. I think that would definitely be quite funny. I really enjoyed Jack versus Nolly when Jack was commentating his own game that Nolly just got incredibly annoyed by. Drali wants to keep the pressure on Nwpo here. He does not want to give too many chances to the Saudi Arabian, but that is an unbelievable first touch. Drali gets back to it though, and he's got the back corner boost as well. Maybe an open net for Drali. Indeed it is, and that's going to be a 2-goal lead with 22 seconds left. Some big challenges in defense by the Moroccan to keep himself in front in this game. Would I ever do a team like Good King of the Hill? I mean, I don't think a Chronic plays any 1v1, so it wouldn't really work, I think, but maybe one day we can come up with something. You know, the teams that would work with, like, you know, 1v1 King of the Hill, the pro teams that would be able to do that would be, not many teams, actually. Yeah, Gen G were one of the teams that were keen to do it. I don't think Vitality would work, because then it's just going to destroy both his teammates in 1v1. Carmine Corp, I don't think that would work either. I think Vatira would probably just ball chase the living daylights out of Exotic and Itachi, although actually Exotic does have a bit of one's background. It's actually not so much. Who else? Liquid, I don't think so. Moist might work actually, but that's because none of them are top tier 1v1 players. They're all decent. Falcons would be a good one. Furia, yeah, Furia would be a good one actually. They're all very solid. BDS, possibly. Yeah, BDS might be a good one. They're all decent ones players. Who else? Yeah, I think BDS, Furia, Falcons are the 3 best shouts I've seen so far. Space Station Gaming would probably be a good one because those guys are not ones players. Like, none of them are ones players. Optic, no. Power, possibly a good one from OCE. Complexity, no. Not sure about the Brazilian teams at the upcoming LAN. Rule 1, probably not either. That would be difficult. Looks like Drali's getting kicked between games here, but he's back in time for game 3. Drali equalizing against the mighty Nwpo, the informed Nwpo. Can he put even more pressure on his opponent here? It was defense that really did the job for him in that last game. Defense is not really the ideal scenario. At least goal line defense is not the ideal scenario for anyone against Nwpo. Drali is making sure not to succumb to the pressure. Challenging often and successfully as well. A couple of big challenges at the end of the last game. Starting off game 3 with a big challenge also. Nwpo doesn't look comfortable here. Drali in reverse finishes off what his powerful ground shot started. Actually a bit more of a flick in fact. He got a couple of touches on it as it launched off the front end of his car. Rattles is a bunch of videos of him beating AJ in 1v1. Actually, yeah, maybe Optic would be a good one because Rattles does have 1v1 background. Magic Bear has 1v1 background. AJ is, of course, a beast in ones. I think AJ is the best ones player between them, but there is definitely experience there for Rattles and the Bear. Yeah, big boost miss there from Drali. He's correctly whoops in the chat. Oh, I don't think he expected Nwpo to just fly straight past that ball. But muscles Drali off the possession. Secures the back corner boost for himself. It's a very efficient approach. Nwpo's got so much boost to play with, and it's just too easy for him. I mean, even if he gets a 50-50 here, he's got 23 boosts left over. I mean, that's just a perfect end-to-end air dribble. Just notice, even if Drali gets a 50 on this, Nwpo's got enough boost to just speed flip back to supersonic and recover just fine. Oh, that's a bit close to the center there for Nwpo. Drali's shot lacking a lot of power though. Nwpo will counter with the boost advantage that he's got and punishes Drali for overextending. Are we getting a Zen Showmatch and low ping? I was chatting to Vitality about that, but it sounds like they don't want to do anything like that. Half flip kickoff coming in for Drali. Easy possession from him there, very nice. But yeah, it doesn't look like that's going to be a thing this time around. The Spring Major is the most important major for all the teams in the RLCS season, so it being so close to Worlds as well, teams are, well, most teams are fully focusing on 3v3, teams who are going to be there. But I think the best chance we're going to get at seeing low boost 1v1s might actually be at Gamers 8. I'm going to need to get in touch with teams once that rolls around and see if they've got any good practice setups to play some 1v1s in. I'm not sure though, can't make any promises because I don't know yet the exact dates. Did I say low boost? What was I supposed to say? That's quite funny if I just completely misspoke. What was I supposed to say? Low ping, oh for goodness sake. Low ping, obviously, yeah, low ping. I didn't even notice I said that. Yeah, low boost 1v1s. Imagine. Oh, good turn by Drali. Well, that was a very, very surprising turn that Nwpo wasn't ready for. He just did not think Drali was going to expect him to be there. Thought he was being sneaky. Turns out he was not. I mean, we could do low boost 1v1s if you guys wanted to. I prefer the normal boost 1v1s though. Drali going to give a long range air dribble a go. Free flip at the end of it. He bumps Nwpo. and accidentally, I think, knocks him into the ball. So that ends up being a save. Not a bad try, though, by Drali. Fortunately for him, Nwpo's more clinical. 4-3, just over half-time. How about Unlimited Boost 1v1? Unlimited Boost 1v1 is actually not as exciting as you might think. You know, part of the excitement for 1v1 actually comes from the imbalance in certain positions. You know, boost starving your opponent, managing your own boost, trying to make sure to keep up pressure in the ball when you don't have boost, denying your opponent time to go and get some when they're low. Like, these are all aspects of 1v1 that kind of go out the window when you just play unlimited boost. So it just becomes a bit more of a brain-dead game mode. And kickoffs are also less meaningful because everybody lands with 100 boost. So you might think unlimited boost 1v1, wow, we're going to see some crazy aerial plays, but actually defense just gets so much easier that the goals tend to happen less. Players are just lunging all in and recovering immediately. It's not actually as interesting. We've done that years ago, in fact. I don't know if we've done one recently, but even a long time ago, it was not as interesting as regular 1v1 because it was too, you know, everybody's just got the same boost all the time, unlimited. So not a lot happens. It's just two players ball chasing around the pitch, and you can never get your opponent off the ball, never get them out of the way. Yeah, I know a lot of people immediately think that, oh, nice control by Nwpo. A lot of people think that, well, if everybody's got boost, then it'll just be a more enjoyable game. But it actually, in my opinion, wouldn't be a more enjoyable game. I think it would be very boring to play Rocket League if everybody just had unlimited boost. It would just be harder to really do anything. Oh, what a lob. My goodness, these flip resets from Nwpo are so hard to stop. Drali reads a lower shot here because Nwpo's got a reset, but then it looks like he's flying down to the ground there to catch the ball. Then all of a sudden he's under it and shooting it over the challenge. Perfect timing by Nwpo. And as you can see from Drali POV there, it's just so difficult to spot that one coming because it just really just looks like Nwpo's headed back down to the ground. And Drali, a flip reset of his own. Oh, the flick goes under Nwpo. He's dove a bit too high off the back wall there. Now, no doubt Drali was expecting this to go a bit higher. He was looking to flick this one into the roof of the net, but it fell off the front of the car very low. Looks like Nwpo wasn't expecting that. We've got a one-goal game again. Drali with a very respectable matchup today against one of the absolute best players in the world. Not a lot of boost left over for this defensive play. Nwpo with another frighteningly good first touch. Lean back reset, dunks on the clear. Boost steal comes through, and Nwpo slots it at the near post before Drali can close the gap. Goes 2 goals ahead again. You know, the other thing, yeah, here we go again, Johnny talking about kickoffs. But yeah, the other thing that a lot of people think would make 1v1 better and would make Rocket League better is if their kickoffs were changed so that the player who just got scored on has the ball for free. But in fact, that has a similar effect to playing with unlimited boost. And nice shot there by Drali. How's he managed to bump Nwpo there? I'm not sure. We'll have to look at the replay. Yeah, you might think that, oh well, it's just better because we're no kickoff goals. Kickoff goals boring. What's a bump by Drali there? That's impressive. But in fact, the imbalance that kickoffs creates causes, you know, players to have to defend with low boost. Causes, oh my goodness, Drali absolutely booms his own crossbar there in defense. He's got to go up for this and score. Nwpo's anticipated the full pitch air dribble and cut it off before it can get started. And here comes Drali again, a bit more time. Nwpo deflects the flick into the bar and it bounces downwards. 2-1 Nwpo, double match point. Now, like I was saying, if kickoffs are, if you just give the possession to one player, the player who just got scored on in kickoffs, the score lines would be much, much lower. The opportunities that you would get for imbalanced positions where one player actually has a shot that they can go for would happen less. You would just see a lot more jostling for position, jostling for boosts in the midfield. Similarly to you know, the unlimited boost 1v1, except, you know, in unlimited boost 1v1 it's even worse because you're not jostling for boost, you're just literally jostling for possession of the ball. You know, at least if you have a free possession of the kickoff for the player who just conceded, then you're jostling for boost, but still you're not. It's not. I don't know. The opportunities are just so much lower. It would be lower scoring games. Not just kickoff goals, but just goals in general would be more rare. Every position would just be even. But that's sort of why kickoffs like half flipping, faking, and things like this, wave dash, recovery kickoffs, these are all really good to do if you're winning, because you're just less likely to concede, you're more likely to get a midfield play where you can try and waste some time off the clock and frustrate your opponent. Not that great for someone trying to make a comeback though. Need the volatility in the position. So beautiful wall dashes by Nwpo. He's been pit maneuvered off the back corner boost there. Just has to lob a soft shot on target. Drali easily retakes control. Nwpo with the ball chase turn challenge. That was extremely quick, and Drali did not see it coming. The pace that Nwpo just turned on the back wall, on the sidewall there. Pre-flipping into the challenge as well. Completely caught Drali off guard. Archie, thanks for the 31-month prime. Welcome back to the channel to you. If you have just tuned in midway through this match, Drali's looking very good. Nwpo looks inevitable. Drali finds a way through though, 1-1. First shot was good enough to just get a bad recovery out of Nwpo. Just barely though, Nwpo almost got back to the ball there, jumping off the inside of his own post. You missed the 2v2 show matches. I've done quite a lot of those recently, but yeah, I love to do some 2v2 show matches every now and then. It's good to give some love to the 2s mode as well. Now check out Roas AJ. I did not but I don't know if that's even been posted, so I wouldn't say I did either way. This time Nwpo goes underneath Drali. He's mixed up his flip reset offense so well today. Just think about how many times in the last game Drali had flip reset shots going over his head. This time he jumps a little bit higher in defense, and Nwpo just completely slams it under it. He's getting into unstoppable territory, Nwpo. Drali needs to match him, but his flip reset dunk gets deflected away from danger. Nwpo slots the counter attack. Drali got a piece of it. Couldn't keep it out. Zen versus Farskiller. I don't know if Farskiller is actually playing a lot right now. I know that V1 are kind of taking a break because they didn't make the major. I'd expect FaZe are doing something similar. And yeah, Zen is not playing ones either. Well, at least he's not playing ones as far as I'm aware. Fully focused on 3s prep in an attempt to come back to Europe with a perfect split at the end of the spring major this upcoming week. Oh, that's a big mistake by Nwpo. Drali has not had too many looks at goal this game. All of a sudden he gets a completely free one. Nwpo accidentally hitting the ceiling with a sidewall shot. Dark was exciting at first, now everyone rolls him. I mean, Dark just has to... I think Dark's got a ton of potential. He just has to work on the fundamentals of his game a little bit. Obviously, he's pushing the boundaries with a lot of crazy mechanics. But you need the basics as well, and he's definitely got the basics to a high level, but he needs to level up some of his fundamentals to level up as a ones player. Seen similar sort of evolutions from other players as well, just to become more well-rounded over time. I think Nwpo being one of them. This guy was not really known for his defense when he first surfaced as a ones talent. Then now he's just a complete monster in every aspect of the game. Absolute boom there. Look how quickly that sequence threaded together. One touch to the sidewall, one touch to the back wall across the pitch, and then finish before Drali could get there. 5-2 Nwpo. Ads? How on earth are people getting ads? I don't understand that, because I ran ads manually like 40 minutes ago. Said they weren't going to happen for 60 minutes. Twitch is literally scamming us all right now. This is insane. I always try and mention this for anyone who does come back and watch the VOD from the moment that ads came on for them. I can only say if I apologize, tried to prevent that from happening. I don't know why Twitch insists on running ads when it says that ads will not run. Can Drali come back? Nwpo has just controlled the majority of the possession in these games. He's had more chances than his opponent. He's had more of the pitch to play with, more boosts to play with at times. Oh, now he's going to frustrate Drali even more, dribbling the ball back into defense. This is so smart from Nwpo. Wants Drali to commit, because with a minute left, at some point, Drali will have to go all in. Before Nwpo goes all in, Drali's got a wide open net here if he can put it in quickly, which he does. There he goes. So Nwpo took his time, which is good. Did not put together the shot that he created with all that time he was given. Drali running away successfully from the intended demo of Nwpo there. Now he's got a big boost advantage. Drali dribbling straight towards his opponent. Air dribble bump commencing, and it lands. 5-5. I know a lot of you guys who've watched my stream and watched my channel for a while, you'll know that that is one of the biggest tells that an air dribble bump is coming towards you. Your opponent dribbling straight at your goal. Straight towards your goal, unless it's maybe Moxie or someone else who's got a perfect reverse 45-degree flick technique. That's a flick, obviously, that can be sent on net with a very direct approach. That was a shot I'm sure Nwpo knew was coming when he saw the approach that Drali had. Still couldn't do anything about it. Too well executed. Drali now defensively sound. Boost management's doing work as well here. Both players pretty even in that regard. Drali closes the gap. He's used all of his boost. Nwpo likewise, but both players now diving to the corners at opposite sides to grab hundreds. One reset for Nwpo. Decides to go low. He's got the ball underneath Drali, but it does not bounce into a strikeable position immediately. Drali's back to keep it out and then to keep it up. We're not done with this regulation time play. It's Drali. He's passed the challenge and resets to the open net. We're going to game 5. What a defensive stand by Drali. And what an outplay in the midfield. Nwpo thought he could surprise him. Drali heard him coming, and he will equalize the series. What a play that was. Just when it looked like Nwpo was going to get the win and 3-1 his opponent, get a clean, convincing victory, Drali comes back from behind. What a player, man. He's definitely back in form right now. I'm so impressed with him. There's, a couple of mistakes today. But I mean, a couple of mistakes from both players, giving away counter-attack goals with offensive overextensions. Apart from that, though, looking very, very good. Drali's back. Can he take down Nwpo and really announce his return to the top of the one scene? Nwpo likes to make it difficult for himself. I mean, you can't really blame Nwpo for going for a goal at the end there. I think it looked totally fine to be going for a goal. He almost scored with a flip reset play, which would have been, GG's. That would have been the series win. And then after that, he had another shot at the near post. Probably thought that one of two things would happen: either he scores it or Drali saves it and it goes into the ground. But then it stayed up, and Nwpo thought, well, I don't want to have to defend a Drali 0-second air dribble reactively, so I'm just going to lunge in. He's never going to see that never going to see that coming, but Drali did see it coming because he picked up on it from earlier in the game when Nwpo did the same thing. So I don't really think Nwpo threw there at all. He made, the play he made was fair enough. It was a sneaky challenge, but full credit to Drali. He just saw it coming. Why not find a server where both have less than perfect ping? This is a ping Nwpo usually gets at EU. Kind of 100-ish is what he gets from his home in Saudi Arabia. Drali's in Morocco, so this is also very expected for him to have 50, 60-ish. Neither player complained about the server because they're expecting to have that. I think Nwpo tabs out sometimes or bumps up to 104, back down to 100 when it's gameplay time. Yeah, this is normal. This is what you would expect for either of them. Always do have to highlight every now and then just how impressive it is that the Middle Eastern players, the African players, can play as well as they do with the ping disadvantage. When am I heading to Boston? It's going to be Tuesday, the 4th of July, funnily enough. We're going to be flying into Boston. I've heard they've arranged a fireworks display for the arrival of the EU casting talent, which is very, very generous of the city of Boston. looking forward to that welcome party. Not the NA talent. I mean, I think they're flying in on a... I think they're flying in the morning. I believe the fireworks display is in the evening when we arrive. The UK, at least that's what they told us. Said to expect fireworks, get our phones ready. So yeah, they've heard that we're coming, so they're obviously very excited about that. Heard they might even make like the, you know, since that's the day that we're going to be arriving, setting foot in Boston. I heard they're going to make it into some kind of holiday, some kind of vacation long term, which is, you know, an honor as just a Rocket League commentator. You never expect things like that to happen for you. It's, you know, it's just a crazy thought. But, you know, crazy world we live in these days. Drali's actually 1 goal up here, by the way. This is very realistic that he could win this. Brought his A game today. Decides not to commit with that play. Don't think he had a reset there. Oh, what a read by Nwpo. Drali looking to send that into the back corner. Nwpo 1 step ahead of him. Spotted exactly what Drali had planned. Accelerated it to the middle. Says great pass. Well, he didn't actually say great pass, but I'm sure he's thinking it. And equalizes easily. Big kickoff win for Nwpo. He takes his time with it. Luckily for him, the ball was already on target because he did in fact miss. That was just a massive kickoff for Nwpo, forcing it straight through Drali. Drali responds with a kickoff possession of his own. And it looks like it's going to be a good one. That's a perfect first touch. Nwpo lunging forward. Drali gets it past him, but it's into the bar. And Nwpo's recovery is good. Where's the ball going? Actually bouncing on target. Oh my goodness! Feeling like a snooker commentator there. Where's the cue ball going? Vibes, but that is some bounce. My goodness, that is really unfortunate for Drali that it's just gone in. A little bit more to the right, it's going to bounce twice on the wall, and it'll be absolutely fine. A little bit more to the left, it's just going to bounce into the middle of the box, but that just caught the perfect part of the wall to send it into the net directly. Nwpo leads by 2. Half the game gone. Perfect pickup in the mid boost on spawn. The touch he got to set up the shot was not the best one. Drali able to crunch through the challenge and slice the lead back to 1. And that was not the touch that Nwpo wanted. It looks like he was trying to fake Drali off that as well and catch the ball close to Drali's net. Drali not having any of that. Yeah, we've got a Rule 1 versus Complexity show match tomorrow. After this stream, I'm going to tweet that one out. I believe we've got a Moxie show match on Monday as well. I've yet to confirm the details of that one. Well, that fake kickoff did not work out at all for Drali. He tried to half flip away from the ball. Nwpo just wave dashes under it and flicks it with no boost. Drali with the full shadow there. Not the conventional technique. Usually when a half flip kickoff like that is countered with a dribble on the ground, the play is just to actually challenge. It's very difficult to get the ball past a real challenge with not a lot of boost and no momentum. That time Drali full shadowed, got punished. Nwpo with a brilliant wave dash to get underneath the ball. 1 goal in it. Nwpo looking to make it 2 with a lob at the near post. Drali knows that boost isn't going to spawn for a while, so he's going to need to sit on this. Just takes a little breather. There it is. In the meantime, Nwpo has set up shop on the back wall at the other side of the pitch. Here comes the full pitch air dribble. Nwpo catching it this time. No reset available for him there. Turnover for Drali. No dodge. And he does deflect the ball into the back corner. Steals the boost away. Goes again. Nwpo sitting underneath the ball here. Not a comfortable position. Drali ties the game. Nwpo just did not have a way to put the challenge in. Pathing round underneath the ball for small pads. Before he could throw himself into any kind of challenge, it was in the back of his net. 6 apiece. The statement comeback for Drali, going the distance. Nwpo trying to hold on to his spot as a convincing top 5 in the world, and he is doing it as we approach the final minute. It's a top bins finish. Are we going to have a storybook ending for Drali. Drali wins the kickoff to his back corner. That's going to be possession for him if he can turn. Not quite. He does lose control with his first touch there. Dangerous flip by Drali. Leaves himself wide open for the demo. Nwpo plays for the catch on the ground. Drali just about got enough on that. Recovery is good. Actually, Nwpo does not have a lot of boost left over. Drali's going to score off this. Well, that is a massive surprise. Nwpo did not get any power on that flick at all, and he didn't even have the bump on Drali on the recovery that he wanted. I don't think it would have mattered if he did, though, because it looked like he was just going to bump Drali into the play. Complete deadlock. Drali steals the boost, while Nwpo secures mid boost. Both players have 100 here, or had 100. Nwpo's actually used half of his. Drali slow plays the near post. Oh, what a mind game! Takes the lead with 24 seconds left, and it's Nwpo who's in a very awkward position. Expected Drali to be going higher here. Drali just lets the ball do the work for him. 24 seconds to go. What's it going to be for Nwpo? Big hook kickoff to the inside, but Drali's rolled with the ball there. He's going to land in the same corner. This is more than fine for Drali. Boost advantage and possession. All he has to do is hold on for 12 more seconds, and he has won in a stunning Game 5 against an in-form Nwpo. Here comes the Saudi Arabian. He's got enough boost to take this to the sidewall, which he does. It's going to need to be a 0-second goal. Fake ceiling challenge for Drali. Nwpo from the ground, looking to get the ball past Drali. I think he has, but Drali's got so much boost left over. Manages to grind it. Drali takes it. What a series. What a return for Drali. He's been out of the limelight for a while, but I think he's back. This was a solid performance, start to finish. Under tons of pressure, Nwpo really brought his A-game today. Drali did enough to make him feel uncomfortable in defense several times at the tail end of this series. Came back from behind in Game 4 and just held on the entire way through this roller coaster of a Game 5. Take down one of the best in the world right now. Yeah, this guy, I mean, if Drali does decide to play RLCS this season, I heard he's going to be moving to Europe to try and play RLCS for a team. I think, you know, looking at the ability that this guy's got in 1v1, I know it's a different game mode, but Drali's playstyle looks like it'll translate perfectly to threes. Same as Nwpo, same as a lot of other top tier aerially ones players. It just looks like he would be an easy tryout for any top team looking for a young mechanical player to take their game to the next level.